Okay, here we are. Lord Wiz, been away for a month, and I'm back with you with a beautiful battle damaged TIE fighter. It came in the Return of the Jedi packaging. It might have come in even earlier packaging, like an Empire. I've heard that, I remember that, but it was a very small run. You know, maybe they had a Revenge of the Jedi sticker on or something on the original box art there, but I believe this one came out like kind of late 83, 84, you know, kind of maybe on the tailer end of the whole Kenner run. I could be wrong on that. I don't know. Somebody in the comments can inform me. It would be really cool, though, if they did do this one with the Empire Strikes Back packaging. Would have been perfect. Now, they did do one in the Vintage collection. I think they did have that, but I think they just, you know, put the Return of the Jedi label on it, because the new movie was coming, right? But I'm not sure. I could be wrong on that, and maybe it was produced. But anyways, it's exactly the same as the 1978, the first release in white. This one needs to be go through a restoration. And as you can see back here, it says, you know, if you can see the light there, yep, there you go, lights work in 1978. I'm not sure if the electronics work, but it's exactly the same. You know, you pop it open there. I don't know, here, I got to be really gentle with this stuff these days. This one does need a bit of restoration. I think a good cleaning up. Maybe I might strip down the parts and, you know, really fix it up. But anyways, the main difference is the stickers. That was the big gimmick, if you will, at the day, and that was a big deal. And there it is. You know, the battle damaged TIE fighter. Oh, knocked over my Imperial TIE pilot there. Good sir. Anyways, big shout out to Buddy Martin. I meant to go down and see him months ago, but everything has just been so crazy. I can't seem to get anything done. Lots of other stuff I was going to load up. I just haven't had the time. And it was really nice of him because he sent me a really nice letter with it too. That was really a personal thing, but good dude. And I would like to go down there and pick up a few more things off him. But right now, that's it's been crazy the last 6 months. So all kinds of things throwing at you in life, you know. Anyways, you're not here for that. So there it is, battle damaged TIE fighter. They did have one in box at Nobleton Toys in Bolton, Ontario, and I was through Derek there, and I just missed it by a week. I saw it, I was just like, damn, I wouldn't mind, but it just wasn't in my budget. You know, you can only buy what you can buy. It was in pretty good condition and a decent price, but there are a lot of them out there that are in box, and I would like, you know, the box art one on there, and I'm going to have to do an acrylic, or probably going to go to UK collector display, because I need to get a lot of cases to protect a lot of TVC and Kenner stuff. You know, like the Jabba set that I got, a bunch of other things, you know. I like to keep them sort of protected, like, you know, and some of them that aren't in the best condition, but they're kind of like C6, C7 condition boxes. At least get a nice flimsy case that you can put them in. And actually, for a lot of times, that's all I really want. Because you start adding a lot of the acrylic, it gets a little heavy. Anyways, you know, when you're putting on the shelves and stuff like that. So sometimes I wouldn't mind a lighter, sort of like in between that acrylic, right? Anyways, there it is, Darth Wiz. Not much. Oh, there goes I just killed my TIE pilot there. There it is, a little bit of a, you know, kind of a simple design. I wish they, at the time, had expanded the panels in height. But who knows? It came in blue, but if you remember Empire Strikes Back, you know, it could have been because of the coloring. It could have been some of the plastics they were using, but they had that navy bluish color. And I think that's kind of good. They should almost like incorporate some of these, even the shorter wingspans, or sorry, panel, whatever these things are, you know, into some of the, you know, the shows and stuff like that. Because you'd see it in a lot of artists' interpretations, you know, which are not accurate, but whatever. I just like to throw it in there anyways. I got thousands of, probably hundreds of different variants of TIE Fighter, which I think is kind of cool. So there it is. Anyways, there it is. Nothing else. Hope that gives you an idea of what else you can get out there. I wouldn't pay too much for these, 100 US or whatever, depending on the condition. I think as people start to age out, a lot of this stuff is going to price down, right? So, and there's a lot of maintenance, I think, that's going to have to be done here. But I believe these are original stickers. And I think that's what he said. I mean, whatever. You have to fix everything anyways, so at some point with this stuff. There it is, Darth Wiz. Cheers.